Ancient origins of Halloween, right? Should Bible believers have their children follow Halloween or paganism or Canaanite ceremonies? Right? I need you to read this for me, Elder Lawyer. Ancient origins of Halloween.
Yes, sir. Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts who lived 2,000 years ago in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom in northern France, celebrated their new year on November 1st. This day marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death.
Human death, okay? Children are sacrificed on this day. Go on.
Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred.
And the what?
That the worlds between the living and the dead became blurred.
Became blurred. They do seances and all that leading into this day. Bonfires, they kill babies and all that in the fire to Adremelech, which is in the scripture. Man, Christ was totally against all of it. Read.
On the night of October 31st, they celebrated Samhain, when it was believed that the ghost of the dead returned to the earth.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like the master, seminary pastor said, it's nothing that says that, you can't dress up a child and get candy. Right? But shouldn't you tell them, well, this is really the origin of it, though. And you can make a conscious choice of exercising your liberty after knowing what it is. You got the liberty to worship on a day that children are being killed and witches and warlocks are doing rituals, to the dead for entry into, your space.
These prophecies were an important source of comfort and direction during the long, dark winter. To commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires.
They built what?
Huge sacred bonfires.
Huge sacred bonfires. These are sorcerers and witches. They all have sacrificed children, who you see here. And that's what they do in the UK. They call it Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes Day, November 5th. Right? Because the ritual really goes from, the whole celebration is from October 31st to November 6th in Celtic, under Celtic pagan tradition. You know what she said? She's like, I hated Christians. You stole everything. We were the original pagans. Well, why no one told the Christians that? You've been deceived. And a lot of you Christians will renounce the Bible, believing that those teachings came from the Bible. You've been lied to from Roman authority. Right? Check this out, Celts. Read.
To commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires where the people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices.
Now, that they burning animals and pagans really honor animals over people, what do you think are happening to the babies? Read.
Where the people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration,
the
Celts wore costumes.
Costumes, see? Are you following me here? That's why your children put on costumes as a Celtic ritual. That's what your Christian pastor is supposed to show you. Not tell you have liberty. Because in the world today, we do it a little different in the world today, as if God changed.
During the celebration, the Celts wore costumes, typically consisting of animal heads and skins, and attempted to tell each other's fortunes. When the celebration was over, They relit their hearth fires where they had extinguished earlier that evening from the sacred bonfire to help protect them from the or during the coming winter.
Now, let's see something here. Now, let's jump up into the Catholic Church now.
All Saints' Day. On May 13th, 609 AD, Pope Boniface IV.
Now, this was after Christianity had been hijacked by the same people who destroyed and killed the prophets, teachers, and disciples. Right? Romans. Read.
Dedicated the Pantheon in Rome in honor of all Christian martyrs. And the Catholic feast of All Martyrs' Day was established in the Western Church. Pope Gregory III later expanded the festival to include all saints as well as all martyrs.
Just made it up. So that now people in the church could honor the dead and celebrate the Celtic Halloween or Samhain at the same time. Okay, we're celebrating the dead. Why don't we just tell them it's the martyrdom of old saints? They're dead people. Then we can celebrate it in the church too. Now, this was made up. The Bible didn't tell these Satanists to do none of this. The Bible have nothing to do with man's traditions. As a matter of fact, the Bible calls out these deeds as evil.
Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness.
Right? Read.
And moved the observance from May 13th to November 1st. By the 9th century, the influence of Christianity had spread into Celtic lands, where it gradually blended and supplanted the older Celtic rites. In 1000 AD, the church would make November 2nd All Souls Day.
Now, that's not in the Bible. What's that? This is Canaanite paganism. Now, in full authority over the church. Christ and Christ's followers really have nothing to do with this. This is Satan appearing as an angel of light, now using Christ's name as a vehicle to spread his evil.